What's up, YouTube? This is Monte Sound. I'm going on my vinyl documentary down here in the dirty South. We're going to do a stop at the local record shop in Decatur called Records Galore. Check it out.
So I'm here with Michael, the owner and proprietor of this record store called Records Galore, and we just have some questions for him as an owner of a record store. So what's the history of this establishment and everything? You're the owner, obviously.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the history?
Well, I used to do the I-85 drive-in, and a friend of mine, Andy Folio, owns Fantasyland, was doing so well, and then there was another place called Wax and Facts. So I started thinking, well, maybe I ought to do this, and then I was riding around one day and I saw this location, and that's more or less but it was more, there was a couple other stores that started, and that sort of got me thinking, I said, well, I don't want to do this. And then, like in the late 70s, like a year and a half before I opened, I started accumulating stuff for a store. And that's when I decided, I said, well, I accumulate this stuff, I can't sell it. Take it to shows or wherever I can and sell it, but I decided to open up a store.
That's fantastic. And do you remember your first record?
Probably some little, no, not the first record, probably some little, I've got some children's records at home that are small records. Some of them play on 45s and some may, but I remember listening to those, but I wasn't really a collector. I was more into sports when I was
younger.
Yeah, and then I decided to get into records.
Nice. How do you feel the quality of music has changed with the new forms of music? I know a lot of people have problems with CDs versus records.
Oh yeah, well, just some of them are real good, and some are CDs, depends on how they're recorded. But they probably don't have the feel of an album. But if an album's badly recorded, a CD that's average recorded will probably be better. But it just depends on what you want to listen to. And you can listen to CDs in the car. That's one advantage. But if you're just going to listen to look for quality, you probably do better with albums. And they sound a little different if you're the older ones do sometimes. Because they maybe make the newer ones too pure. They take too much out of the Beatles and whatever, and they make them too. But some people like them like that. If you're in a car, it's really convenient.
Yeah. So you own other forms of equipment?
I've got a CD player at the house. I don't really have a whole lot of. I don't have music making, downloading equipment and all that. There's a lot of people that have that kind of, like a lot of stores, or not a lot, but there's some, maybe like Fantasyland or Wuxter, who make you, they have equipment, they can make a CD out of songs that you've got recorded, a tape or something, and they charge a fee for doing it. But I've never really got into that. I don't know how much of that. Most people now are doing it themselves. Yeah. It's easier now than it used to be.
Do you find that you like listening to music with headphones or like just out loud?
Yeah, just out regular.
Out loud? Yeah. So I was wondering if you were on a desert island and you had endless supply of food and water, and I guess a deck of cards or something else pretty general like chess. What are 5 albums that you would take with you?
Let me see. God, I don't know. Maybe Beatles' greatest hits, Elvis' greatest hits. I think I'd take Frank Sinatra, "Come Fly With Me." That album's good. Maybe golly, I don't know. Coaster's greatest hits. Maybe 70s, 80s rock compilation album. I probably wouldn't be all that particular, because if I was going for 6 months, you're going to get tired of whatever you take. So I just sort of take, I said, take those. That's something I would take.
Is there a worst album you've ever heard?
I don't know. That probably is, but I don't know which one. I'm trying to think. One of the worst. It's probably worse, but it was when Joey Bishop sings country and western. He's a comedian. And it's supposed to be serious, but it's pretty bad. But it's kind of collectible, and it's not collectible as the William Shatner, but that's kind of funny, you know. But I don't know what the worst. Golly, I don't know what the worst album would be. You know.
I'm sure there are quite a few.
Yeah, because you got independent religious people. Every church makes albums, so it really be hard to pin it down.
Yeah. So there are like, let's say there's a battle of the bands, if you will, and what are some of the bands you would like to see battle each other? Like maybe, you know, the Beatles versus Pink Floyd.
I mean, I guess just any band, you know, it'd be, you know, something different. I don't really have I don't know exactly how they do it, but
like the Grateful Dead, Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, something like that, or the you know, Paul McCartney. And I guess Ringo Starr. I don't know. It'd be hard to say. You know, I mean, I don't really. Beach Boys would be nice, Dan and Dean or something. Well, Beach Boys would be somebody you'd want that on a desert island, because that's about surfing.
All you got.
Yeah, I thought about them. You want them because it remind you of
where you are.
Yeah, get some surf out, Dick Dale, and you know, sort of relax.
So, can you think of one album that everyone should own or at least listen to?
Golly, I mean, there's so many.
You can name a few.
Okay, I guess. Maybe a Beach Boys or Beatles, Hard Day's Night. That's a good one. Oh yeah, Come Fly With Me's one that you know, every song on it is really good. It's not a greatest hit, but it's an album that it's pretty common, but it's really all the songs on it are classic. That's a good one there. Probably for relaxing, and that I'm trying to think. Beatles, Help. What kind of music? Maybe some Temptations, Greatest Hits, or Four Tops, all those Motown, Smokey Robinson. You know, maybe some Jackson 5. You know, well, you could take Thriller. That's sort of that's sort of like the Frank Sinatra in another direction, except. Just, you know, every song on it is good when you listen to it. Yeah. I forgot about that one. But, you know, there's so much stuff that if I was going for 5 months, I might just throw them in a 6 months, just throw them in a barrel and maybe take the Beach Boys, because that's something that, and then just take them out blindfolded or something that way. But because you're going to get tired of listening to them if you're there for 6 months. The same one.
Right. And then just a final question, if you could address the nation of music lovers in regards to records or basically the start, what would you say?
Well, I'd say, you know, maybe listen to some older music, or just, and I mean, you got to collect music, collect what you like, you know, just sort of, but you might want to sample and see what, you know, I don't know if they have them online or something, you know, watch some stuff online, and, you know, just see if they're, you know, if there's other types of music you like, or sample stuff, you know, just sort of,
don't disregard.
Because a lot of people are listening to real young people are listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, and a lot of the soul. I see it in, you know, all the, but, you know, that would be something that, you know, you could get a, you know, see whether you like REM or just whoever you like.
Try it on vinyl.
But you know, that's what they do in Europe. They're the ones that are buying a lot of American music, and they buy them from the mainly 60s and 70s, but maybe some early 80s. But they're sampling stuff. They buy 50s too. You know, just you know, maybe just get a listen to some other music, sort of see what you like. You know, just you know, it's hard. You know, every person has different tastes, so you can't really you know, pinpoint it. But you know, just you know, listen to some Stevie Wonder, whoever's out there. You know, Rod Stewart.
Give it a shot.
Yeah. You might not Carpenters, whatever. You know, it's sort of. They might be nice on Desert Island and mellow back with, you know, want something too, James Brown or something, you know.
Yeah, and then you're up in the morning.
Yeah, get something to relax, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, that'd be.
Thank you so much for
you're
answering
welcome.
our questions. It's been a pleasure. We love music, and it's important to definitely get to know what's going on, and especially with records. I remember my father having so many. You know, not being allowed to touch them, but
just look at them.
Yes, but the covers and everything. The experience of the record is definitely something that's really memorable. Pulling out the actual having the side, you know, putting the needle in just right. It's definitely an experience. So I'm glad you were able to talk with us today.